What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, it has been a minute. So today we are doing spring makeup look and we're living in one palette today. I feel like you guys have really responded well to the videos that are one single palette. I'm not like bumping around to 20 different things that you may or may not have. So this entire look, this entire eye look was created with the Tartelette palette. These palettes are so bomb. I'm telling you, they will last you years. It's a $30 palette, but it's gonna last you a year. The quality is so good, they're so blendable, they're so easy. So if you are new here, what's up? Welcome to the family. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's gonna be right there. Just go down, click it, subscribe, say hey. I'm also gonna include my Instagram handle right here because recently it changed. I am like the most active on Instagram, so if you guys want more, that's where you're gonna wanna go. Let's jump into this video and learn how to spring glam our face. I don't really know what I'm doing today, but I have an idea. I have a couple ideas swirling around in my brain. I'm gonna start off by priming. I'm gonna keep this pretty basic to what I always do. So I'm going in with the Tarte Base Tape Primer. Honestly, I think this is one of the most underrated primers. Okay, and then I'm also going in with my second favorite primer. This is the No Poreblem primer from Touch & Soul. Focusing this primer right where I have fine lines and enlarged pores. You guys, feel like I have not sat down and filmed in so effing long. I've really been focusing on my Instagram a lot more than my YouTube channel, and that was intentional, but I just like really want to get back to regular YouTube videos. For foundation, I'm gonna make a little cocktail as always. I'm gonna be using two Tarte products, the Amazonian BB Tinted Moisturizer and the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation, and then I'm mixing the L'Oreal Lumi lotion with all of that. It's about a third equal parts of each. So yeah, the goal is to have weekly videos. I want my How Tuesday videos up on my IGTV every Tuesday, and then a new YouTube video every Wednesday, and then a new blog post every Friday. I'm trying to figure out how to manage my time so that I can make that happen and make that realistic without, you know, working 24/7. So I know I will get there. I like to just kind of tap the product around with my finger first so that I'm like equally distributing it. And I'm actually gonna use my Morphe sponge to blend today. I love this sponge for a more full coverage foundation look. And I feel like the key to using this sponge, because it's much more dense than the Beauty Blender, is not to press down as hard as you would with the Beauty Blender. And the reason for that is you don't want this sponge to suck up all your product. It definitely will if you press down too hard, but if you keep a really light hand like this, it really evenly distributes the product and it gives a really nice finish. I obviously love how it has the flat edge. That's the most amazing part. A lot of other sponges don't have that. So next up, I'm going in with concealer. I've actually been using this Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer for a while. It's not as full coverage, which I like, and it's a lot more hydrating than like a Shape Tape or the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. For this look, I'm gonna mix the two together. This is gonna keep me from getting too dry in the concealer, this Becca one, and then the Shape Tape, or I might use the e.l.f. one, that's gonna give me a little more coverage. The other good thing about this Becca concealer is it doesn't dry down super quick like this one does, so you have a little bit of time to work with it. I don't know what shade this is. Why wouldn't it say it on the bottle? I want to say it's Fair something. I'll figure it out and link it below. And then for the e.l.f. one, I'm using Light Sand, and I'm telling you guys, I'm only using a little bit of this because this stuff is insane. You can tell it's a little bit lighter, so I'm just gonna hit like the inner corners and just like a little bit on the high points. Blending that out with my finger. This helps warm up the product and really work it into the skin. This is like the best way to blend concealer I have found. So yeah, I feel like we need to catch up on YouTube. Just got back from California. The vlog that I did for California will be up by the time this video is up, so check that video out, you guys. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I really let Ethan do a lot of the vlogging, and it was just so fun to like, I don't know, follow along and be on the trip from his perspective. Okay, once that's all blended in with your finger, I like to go over with the sponge really lightly and just press it in a little bit more. Just gonna suck up like extra product that's sitting on top of your skin that you don't really need. Gonna set that with my Cover FX translucent powder. Probably my favorite place in California was Joshua Tree. It was just the most beautiful place. But I really loved Palm Springs and I wish we were able to spend more time there. But like I could see myself really, really thriving there. Like we got there and I was just like, ooh. This feels right. I'm going over all of that with my Tarte Shape Tape Powder Foundation in the shade Light Beige 22B. This like gives my skin the most flawless finish. I'm gonna contour with my Kat Von D Shade and Light. I'm ingesting these powders. Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Actually just put up a How Tuesday video on exactly how I contour, so I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on that today. I'll probably just speed this up, give my face a little bit more shape. Let's do it. Next up, I'm just gonna quickly pop on my brows. I'm using the Goof Proof Benefit Pencil, which is what I always use, and then the clear brow gel. Brows will be on now. This palette is a lot of cool shades, but like the purples and the browns, I think are gonna be like a really pretty, understated spring vibe, okay? I'm actually gonna start with Super Mom. It's the shade in the bottom left corner, and I'm gonna cover my entire lid with this just to get like a nice clean canvas to work on. Then I'm gonna move up to Force of Nature. This is like a really light mauve, like pinky mauve shade. And I'm gonna hit that right in the crease. And you can see that is creating a little bit of dimension. Why don't I zoom you in for this? Right, so I am really light-handed, just kind of buffing this back and forth and bringing it out, kind of flicking it outward right here. So I'm really gonna try and keep this look soft. I want it to be springy and that it's like mauve-y and pretty, but I don't want it to be like spring where it's like bright and obvious. Like I want this to be really wearable for you guys. So just keep that in mind as you're kind of pulling this together. That's what I'm going for. I'm gonna move right down to Natural Beauty, which is a little bit more purple. And I'm gonna wash this all over my lid right here. I love how that looks. Also, this is my Morphe M441. I really use this for all of my eyeshadow. I will go in with another one in a minute, but if you are in need of an eyeshadow brush, you only want to buy one, this is the one you should get. I'm also going to bring that up a little bit in the crease just to make sure everything's blending really well together. You can see I'm kind of like constantly cleaning up any shadow that's out of place with my fingers. Then I'm gonna grab a little bit more of a precise brush. This is the R37. So I'm gonna do a little mixture. I'm gonna mix Multitasker with Dreamer and Best Friend. And I just kind of really lightly, like you can see there's barely any product on my brush, kind of tap that in and mix them up. Tap off my excess, and then I'm gonna place this right underneath my brow bone, not under, like underneath my actual eyebrow bone. So here's my eyebrow bone, right in this crease right here. And I'm also gonna bring that down a little bit on the lid, but I'm staying in the outer corner the entire time. Then I grab a clean, fluffy blending brush and I buff that out further. This has no product on it at all. I'm kind of going back in and reapplying a couple of times. I just want to make sure I really smoke out this crease. I'm actually not seeing a ton of fallout right now. I was expecting more. I just don't want you guys like going ham in these dark shades and applying them all over, and then you're gonna have fallout all over your face. So just be aware, there's a little bit. I'm actually just gonna do every single shade I did on my eyelid. I'm gonna do that on my lower lash line. This is my E47, my lower lash line brush. I always use this. And so I'm gonna hit these two shades. I'm gonna hold off on the dark shade for the moment, but I'm gonna do basically all 4 of these. Tap off the excess, and then I am just sweeping this all the way under. So right before the tear duct, and then buffing that out. Then I kind of just like take a step back and I'm like, where are we at? What do we need to do? Like, I need to blend this a little bit more. I'm gonna stay in this palette and I'm gonna go to the shade Caregiver. It's like the most purple shade in the palette. I really want you guys to see this shade. And I'm gonna use that on my inner corner. I want like a little springy pop. So I'm just gonna use my finger for this. And I'm going to press that right in the inner corner and kind of blend it. It's hard when you have longer nails. I just love the purple. I think that like really is like a fun little springy touch right there. And then it's okay if you blend it up on to your lid. Totally fine. So fun. Oh my God, I really like that. I think it'll be fun to like pull it all together with a little touch on the brow bone. I'm gonna grab this angled brush and a little bit of setting spray just to wet the tip of the brush. I'm gonna use the shade Fashionista. It's this one right here. It's pretty much a black. Actually, I'm just gonna mix these 3. I don't want crazy liner happening, but I do want a little bit of dimension just right at my lash line. This is gonna mostly just make my lashes look fuller once I put the mascara on. So I'm really just gonna do like that much. And I'm bringing it all the way in, but you can see I'm not really bringing it up onto my eyelid at all. It's totally concentrated on the lash line. I'll do a little bit of that on my lower lash line as well. An angled brush works really well for this. It's really, really subtle, but you can totally see the difference between this eye and this eye. The thing about makeup for me is like all the little things building together. Like that's what creates a beautiful look. I think if you can get good at doing the little subtle things and seeing it all come together, I don't know, I just think that's what makes a beautiful makeup look. All right, I'm gonna leave the eyes. Honestly, I'm really happy with them. Okay, I'm gonna do blush. You guys, this is like an OG product. I don't even think Morphe makes this anymore. This is the old Morphe packaging. Honestly, I should probably throw this away, but like the colors are so good and I'm never gonna go through this that like whatever, I'm probably just not gonna throw it away. So I'm gonna mix these 2 shades together. They're the most like pinky purple and these are insanely pigmented blushes. So I'm going to be so light with how much I put on my brush. I'm just going to really lightly press. You can already see the pigment. It's not a joke. Applying this to the apples of my cheeks, so I like to smile and see where that product needs to lie. And I bring it all the way out to my ear, like right over my contour. You know what else I like to do really quick? I'm gonna actually go in with my eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna do a teeny bit of those same 2 shades kind of all over the eye and it pulls everything together. I love doing this. Again, super subtle, small little baby thing, but all together, these things really create something awesome. For highlighter, I'm gonna go into the Bretman Rock palette. I haven't used this thing in so long. It has the most beautiful like pink undertone highlighter right here. This one's really light and I think it's gonna be really complementary to this look. It's called Baby Girl. All right, so I'm gonna hit right here. Oh my God, already. Look at this. I wouldn't smile when you're doing this because you don't want your fine lines. You don't want the product to like highlight your fine lines. Guys, look at this highlight. Do you see like the pinkish purpley sheen? And I'm gonna bring this all the way up and around like a C and then up on the brow bone. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna capture this. That's insane. It's so good for spring and summer. Cupid's bow. For the nose, I'm gonna actually just apply it with my finger because I don't wanna go nuts. So I'm just gonna like tap that on my nose and then place it down the bridge. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on my inner corner, just right over that shade Caregiver, because this is gonna like really bring out that purpley shade. I just love filming videos and not planning the look that I'm gonna do, because for me, that's like half the fun. I can teach you guys the techniques, kind of what I'm doing and how to place shades and where to place shades and things like that. And I didn't even know what it was gonna turn out to be like. I kind of just like look at my products and then figure it out. All right, for mascara, this has been my absolute obsession recently. The Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Now that I don't have my lash extensions, I really like how like fluffy and thick this makes my lashes look. I spend a lot of time on mascara, and I feel like that's something that people skimp on or like do really quickly. And I totally get that, like if you're in a rush or whatever, it's not that big of a deal. But I think if you really spend time spreading out your lashes and making them really full and thick, again, it's like one of those little things that just makes a huge difference to the whole look. Like compare my two eyes right now, you know? So I'm going in with two different lip products. The first one is a Mauve Story. This is from Dose of Colors. It's the Katie Desi collab. So I'm really just gonna put like a little bit here and here. And I like to just blend it in with my finger. Okay, I just caught a glimpse of this mascara that is on my nose and I need to get it off. So if you don't know this trick, let your mascara dry and then flick it off with a spoolie. As long as it's dry, it will come right off and you won't have a whole mess. All right, then I'm going in with, this is called Perfect Lipstick 100 Rouge, and this is from Lime Life by Alcone. I just like finishing off with a cream lipstick because I don't love the look of liquid lipsticks on me. I just feel like they look really dry. Last step is setting. Oh my God, you guys, Tatcha just came out with a Luminous Satin Skin Mist. This is the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. It's for more like combination or oily complexions. It looks amazing. There's nothing better than a satin finish, in my opinion. Like satin finish liquid lipsticks are the best. Satin finish foundations are the best. Like who doesn't want satin looking skin? Shake this up a little bit and then give myself a little bit of luminosity. Really quick before I do that, I'm gonna set with the Morphe spray. Only a little. I feel like that really locks it in, and then this kind of like takes everything to the next level. So this was my spring makeup tutorial using only the Tartelette, original Tartelette palette. This is a great like beginner palette for every day. You can create something like, you know, more smoked out and dramatic like this, or you can just do, you know, 3 of the lighter mauve shades and do an everyday look. I also feel like this could be everyday. Like it's definitely a full face of makeup and it can be a little glam too, but like I will wear this today. So if you have questions, any video requests or anything like that, comment them below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I will see you next week. Mwah, bye. We're done, we're all done, we're done, we're done. We are done.